welcome back. It's Shelby and today I am starting off one of my first projects for the new year. I want to start kind of redecorating my room, but it's going to be in small batches because you know the struggle is real. But today I am going to be replacing my current desk chair with kind of like a cute little vanity stool. It'll take up less space and it'll just be like more glam and more my style. So I found this stool at Ikea. You're probably familiar with it. It's the Marius stool. Comes like this. Yep, super glam, right? So this disc is the seat, and these metal bars are the legs of it. It's about maybe 18 inches high. I did get to sit on it in the store, which is nice that they have them out because it's a super small little self-constructed stool, so immediately you're like, that's gonna be wobbly and dinky, but it's not actually. It's metal, it's pretty sturdy. I was able to sit on it, it didn't move or anything, and it was actually a pretty good height for me. I mean, it's a lower stool, like don't expect to be way up in the air, it's definitely lower, but I'm 5'9", and I thought it was quite comfortable with the angle of my knees and my legs and everything. I didn't feel like I was too low, so I had that going for it. And it was super cheap. I got it for, I wanna say like $6, something like that. Really, really cheap. I mean, it might have been on sale, but I don't know. But yeah, so the seat itself is plastic, and I'd say it's maybe about a foot across, which is fine. But basically what I'm going to do is unwrap it, and instead of assembling it, I'm going to start by spraying the legs gold to match kind of my aesthetic. So that is what I will be doing today, and then assembling it and jazzing it up in a few other ways to hopefully make a super glam, awesome little vanity stool for my room. So I hope you liked the video. I'll link everything you need in the description as always, along with my socials, and let's get going. Okay, so it is literally 12 degrees outside right now, but I don't feel like putting on a coat, so we're just gonna do this fast. Coat one, we'll let it dry. Okay, these look pretty good. I'm just gonna flip them and paint the other sides. They are looking pretty good. It's time to flip them over and see. Yeah, so you can see some of the places have missing spots. So I'm going to go back in with my spray can, just kind of touch up the edges a little bit and let them dry, and they'll be good to bring inside. Okay, so while the legs are drying from their paint, I'm going to move on to the base of the seat. I have white ribbon, which is thin enough, hopefully I didn't measure, yeah it is, to go through the holes. And this super cute, I'm kind of obsessed with it, fluffy furry pillow, which I know is like, everybody has these and they're super basic, but this is actually my first one and I love it. So awesome, I have these, and basically what I'm going to do is glue the ribbon onto the pillow so that it will tie to the top of the stool. So I'm going to cut myself 4 equal bits of ribbon. There we go. Probably about that long. So I want them to attach to the pillow, loop through, be able to make a bow and kind of hang down a little bit and be pretty. I can always cut them shorter later. I'm gonna cut it there. And then just match it the same way 4 times. Now that I have my 4 strands of ribbon, ribbon is doing what ribbon does. Focus. There we go. See how it's frayed? Don't like that, so I'm gonna lightly singe it as you do. And then it's not fraying anymore. So next up, I'm going to attach it to my pillow, but basically what I'm going to do to make sure it lines up is tie it around these first. So I'm going to take each ribbon and loop it through a hole, just like that. Make sure it's nice and equidistant, that the ends are tied. And then I'm not going to tie the full bow because I don't need to right now. Just tie just like that. Just like the little half thing that you do, if that makes sense. And do that for all of them. Here we go. So it kind of looks something like that. Next, what I'm going to do is, now that I know the center of the ribbon, put a dollop of E6000 on each one, probably about the size of a dime. And then one last thing I'm going to do before I put the pillow on the ribbon, see how it's a square? I kind of want it more circular, so I'm just going to put my fingers in each of the corners and poke them in until they're touching in the center. I considered actually like doing this and then sticking a needle through there and sewing it, but I'm worried when I sit on it, it'll like cause it to expand and the thread to break and just be a big old mess. So I'm just gonna do this and kind of push them in there, and then it becomes this more, you can see, like rounded shape. And even when you squish it, it still stays, I mean, the corners pop out a little bit, but it's like rounder, and that's kind of what I want. I might eventually like go in and actually sew it depending on how much it bugs me, but I like the round look and I couldn't find a round furry pillow anywhere, so this is what I'm doing. Back to gluing it down. So basically what I'm doing is taking my 6000 and just putting a big old dollop of it right in the center of the ribbons, just like this. And then I'm going to press my pillow onto that, and that way I know where the ribbons go, and then I'll flip it over for the weighting, or for the weight bearing part of it. Just kind of line your pillow up and push. Now you can flip it over and untie your ribbons, or just keep it pressed down like that and put the weight on this side so that they glue to the pillow in the right spot. So I've popped a couple books on top and I'm gonna let that dry overnight. Okay, so the glue is dry and I have tied my ribbons into bows on my seat with the cushion, and the paint is dry on the legs. It is time to assemble. This is my first Ikea purchase where the little Allen wrench that comes with it is not the only thing you need. You need a crescent wrench and Phillips head screwdriver. I don't have a crescent wrench. I'm gonna use pliers. I think they'll work just fine. And yeah, let's get assembling. So we're gonna start with our sprayed legs. This one has the divot inside. This one clearly goes on top, so just cross them like that. We've got our lovely little bolt here. So this is the part you're supposed to use the wrench on, but on a wrench, so. Oh, it's actually square up at the top, so make sure that goes down nice and tight. I'm just gonna tighten it with my pliers. Just like that. So next we're taking our seat cushion, flipping it upside down. I've already attached all of the bows and everything to it. Here we go. Line up these holes with the holes in the legs. Fits on nice and snug, and then see how they're rounded? They just go down and put the little screw in. Here we go. All right, guys, this is it. This is how it turned out. Can kind of get it all on screen if I'm back far enough away, but I love it. I think it's so cute. This is a great little, I'll put it on the table. Sort of works, not at all. Great little project. It doesn't take that long. It's really budget friendly. It's fun little way to glam up the room. It's a great project for the new year, so I'm excited for that. Turned out really well. I will put some pictures up at the end. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing. I'd love to see you back here again soon. Happy New Year. Bye.